Greetings to all you hobby horn dogs out there. Raj here. I am pumped coming off the heels of the Wapaka tournament, so much so that I will be attempting something that many hobbyists have dreamed of, which is to have their model collection up to a 100% painted status. And I don't know if I can do it, but I really want to. I'm going to set a pretty generous goal here. I want to get it all done by Wapaka 2017. That's January, I think it's 26, 2017. So that leaves me just under 11 months or so to figure this all out. So first thing I'm going to do is see what the hell I all have, how much dumb shit I've picked up over the years. Now, some of it's in the closet, some's going to be in the basement, under the bed, on the shelves, on my paint desk. I'm going to get it all into a big, juicy pile, and I'm going to rummage through it and see what the hell I all find. So when I'm doing that, I'm going to kind of thinking about what I'm actually going to do with it all, because some of it I want to paint for sure. Some I'm going to sell or give away, and then I'll be looking to maybe getting somebody, Nerd Apprentice online, to paint some of it for me. And that way, between all those things working together, I think in 11 months, I'm going to have 100% painted models. So first things first, I'm going to get a look at that pile and rummage through it right now.
These boxes here contain every single damn model I own. A lot of the clear bins contain painted models in the boxes, and the non-see-through bins are more unpainted or unassembled stuff. So I've gathered it all here, every single thing that I own. I'm just going to go through and take a look and refresh myself what I all have here. These are my Saga Anglo-Saxon models. I'll be trying to get those finished by Acon. Love these old beer boxes. The returnables, super sturdy. Use it as a Dogs of War carrying case back in the mid-2000s. Looks like my plague drones are in here. Beast of Nurgle, an old demonette. Let me pull this out. Just more demonettes on Steed, a random demonette model. I'll keep them in here. These plague drones are too tall for my normal demon bin, which I think is this guy right here. Oh yeah, might not be able to tell, but that thing's filled with blue and purple and green goodness. This looks to be random shit. Island of Blood. High Elves. Little Uthul. This is a Darklands model that Tim Fisher, a guy at Mears, sent this over. I think I'll probably hold on to that. Otherwise, just random chaos and demon crap in here. Here's this big boy. Get a look at that guy. It's huge. I'm not sure if I'll hold on to this one. He kind of looks like a big chubby toddler. It's not really imposing. Don't know if I'm going to put in the effort to make him fierce. Like this guy, he's a lot cooler, a lot kind of fiercer looking, more badass. He's not as big, but whatevs. A random Minotaur of a Cryptor body. Made this for our Call to Glory Chaos campaign last year. Just bags filled with bits, huge base, random chosen. Right before Age of Sigmar came out, I was making these chosen Chaos Warriors out of old plastics, like the really old Chaos Warriors mixed with bits from the Forsaken and the newer ones. was really fun making them. I'll probably hold on to these guys. But yeah, old metals, old chaos trolls. Other kinds of interesting stuff. Love these troll dogs. These are for the chaos campaign too. Named this guy Moxie after the bear's dog. Might take a closer look at some of that some other time. But what else have we have here? Yes, this one's filled with mostly Necron crap from various sources. So I was using these for my Junkyard Boys, Gorka Morka campaign. Just basically junking them up and calling them. Oh, looks like a Flames of War tank in here. And, some random markers. Pull those bad boys out. Using my Junkyard Boys as works, and then ended up picking random crap up from a couple friends, and now I have a ton. So I'm looking. I don't know if I want to do a whole 40k junkyard force, but I'll have to figure that out. Over here, this looks to be like my Wood Elf bin. So just random stuff. This is probably the last thing I purchased from GW. Eternal Guard. I got these guys, these main beasts. I won these at Holy Wars. So I was thinking they would be cool to use as like Phoenix in Elf list, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these guys now. Here, just more crap. Is it like cool mini or not? I think it's might be the owl in here. This thing, I think it's just filled with old plastics, yeah. It's all Wood Elf stuff. Just have to decide what I'm going to do with that. Got more Saga crap in here. Yeah, Viking box is in there somewhere along with a bunch of Saxon things. So these are basically the leftover dudes. This blue bin. Random papers. Yeah, these are like the excess Wood Elf models. So these are the ones that don't fit in the full army case. A couple of tree men. These guys are fucking cool. Like this guy. I never really finished him. Standard bearer. You can see, I think that's from a Screaming Skull catapult. It's a dude with a bunch of arrows stuck in him. That's cool. I'll have to finish that guy. The full Wood Elf box is down here. So you can see through a bit. I'll have to take a closer look at those some other time. But most of the Wood Elf forces go inside there. These. This is just random GW sprues and bits I've kept over the years. A lot of Lizardman and Empire sprues in there. Probably disassemble them or toss them. Not sure what the heck I would use them for. So these sprues, these are left over from the Chaos Warrior project. Or not the Chaos Warriors, the Demons. Basically my Chaos stuff. So these are all the sprues. There's Plague Drones in there. A lot of Burning Chariots. Skeletons to use for the bases. These are Forsaken and Bestigor sprues. The Bestigors are actually really nice. Here, these are just some random models. Most of these I built for their Chaos campaign I was planning to use. So some Demonettes. There's a Chaos Warrior. The Forsaken models are pretty cool for kit bashing. So here's a weird little guy I put together. Almost painted a flamer. Not sure why I stopped on him. But these are the Demon and Chaos models I've assembled but unpainted. What's in this bin here? Yeah, so here's the rest of them. This is pretty much the entirety of my painted Chaos. Fills up almost an entire bin, plus the plague drones and this guy. That's everything. God damn, that's a lot of painted models. That's good. I'm going to hold on to those guys. What is in here? Ah, nice. These are my Gorka Morka Junkyard Boys. Let's keep them in a box, mostly plastic, so they can rub against each other, no problem. 2 trucks. That's the meat wagon. That's the Kill Cruiser, and then all the terrain that I built for it. There's enough in here to actually build a fort. Some of the scenarios call for that. A lot of this built from scratch, so that's looking good. And this little guy, not totally sure. Ah, nice. So these are my Blood Bowl models. Got orcs, dark elves, and lizard men. 3 teams. That's cool. Look in there. 100% painted on Blood Bowl. I know that. Random bags. We got old plastic spearmen, archers. A little Skaven fig. Yeah, so these are actually, they're like Perry Civil War plastics. Me and Gulks were playing a Civil War game for a while. Not sure what I'm going to do with those guys. Here we go. Oh, this is a heavy box. Careful, Rogers. Oh, nice. Yeah, so this thing's chock full of Chaos Dwarf stuff. Kind of on a whim. I ended up picking up a huge lot. I was kind of going through a old GW out of production phase where I wanted to gather all these old models. So there's a ton. It's a huge bunch of warriors, bunch of blunderbusses, and then a bunch of characters and the bull centaurs and stuff. So some of them are actually painted on arrival. They look pretty good. Not too bad. Yeah, I'm going to have to make a decision if I actually want to put these guys together. There isn't really too many. Probably maybe 100 to 120, 130 models. So it's not too many to do. But whenever I do something, it's up to a high standard. And we got more Civil War figs in here from me and Gulks. Actually, some of them are painted. A lot of gray and green in there. I have to figure out. I haven't touched those for quite a while. Oh yeah. This was pretty much filled with random junk. Anything that didn't fit anywhere else would go in here. So it looks like there's Chaos, Orcs, Skaven. A lot of the Woodland Skaven models ended up in here. There's some Scorn models in here somewhere as well. Big interesting. Beastmen. Yeah, all kinds of junk. So many Beastmen. Alright. To the home stretch. Yeah, more Civil War stuff. These ones are done by Gulks. These are the basically the Union to go against the Confederates. I've got the Infinity box, still pretty small. My painted Infinity models are in this guy here. Just fell over so I can hear them rattling around. Last bin. Yeah, the Woodland Skaven. This is an old Warhammer project for Adepticon team tournament, and just pretty much held on to them. I tried to expand them a couple times, but just not feeling it. Did a few interesting conversions. Look at this big rat pig. I'll have to take a closer look at these, decide what I want to do. So for Age of Sigmar, you probably don't need as many Skaven models, but it's like a woodland theme, so I'm not really using any of the clan skier stuff, which seems to be really prominent, all the shooty bits. The only other models that I have are these like Memento models here, which I keep displayed. So every time I sell an army, I actually keep one of the models. So from left to right in the back, there's a Vlad von Karstein for an old VCE army. To the right, there's a Desperado model for my Dogs of War. It's missing his head because I'm using it. He has a head that kind of looks like me, personally. So I use that head on a lot of stuff for fun. There's a War Gods, that's a Basti chick, and then a Wendigo, and then a Kemru. So I had quite a few different War Gods, War Bands. The ones on the right, those are from a D&D box set. Those are the first models that I ever had. Up front there's a BJ barrel, gifted to me from Tom McClure. There's a little stork model that I painted. We're expecting a baby in July. That little familiar book, that's the first model I ever painted. Or actually, not probably the first, but it's the oldest model I have that's painted. I use it with a Slan Mage Priest, and he's long gone. I sold him, but I kept on to that little familiar. And then these are the Wedding Topper models I made for my wedding back in September. So these ones, I'm going to be keeping all these guys for sure.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the look at my model collection. Hopefully it was interesting. Wherever I go to anybody's house, first thing I do is kind of go through their hobby room and their bits box and see what kind of random stuff they have lying around. That's always fun. So now you see what I'm working with here, and probably how overly ambitious I am, but I think I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the power. I think I can do it. So the next thing I'll be doing is going through that big pile, sitting on the floor and separating it into the different camps: painted, giveaway, eBay, and what I'm going to have somebody pay for me. So check that out next time, and like and favorite this shit. Become a hobby horn dog today. Seriously.